like an OG Zoo video, don't it, man? I got the hair shade, man. We got the LEDs on, man. Hey, I'm bringing y'all a banger. $130. Champ. Champ. The people's champ. This is what they've been waiting for. Y'all forced me to do this. Y'all. 139. I'm on a block and shit with test. Everything on me, I test. Gun for me, you know it's a step. Get worse, now I got to do. All of my niggas are so much. I'm in the truck and I do not ask you. Crush with niggas on the way. Gun 90, I don't do no beretta. Chasing my shit, I shut myself. Hey, yo, Rain, what we doing, yo? You know what I'm saying? Y'all had enough time to get y'all drinks and all that. Pull the fuck up. Hey, Jimmy, come on, let's go. That's shit. Yeah. It's off the post, shit. It's off the post, too. Let's go, let's go. The punch, I got that feeling. I don't know what I know was wrong. I'm south, the hooligans, that no shit. My feeling, I do the shit. I'm the face on my soul, I want that dick. Hey, you ain't put me on, you want me in some skin. So I got off the push and I hop in the fist. I ain't stepping on this, I ain't let it begin. Never shoot my shit cause I stay off the mix. I'm just tryna get rich and go home my tune. I don't know what's wrong, tell you what I'm falling. I don't like it, these days. It's not expensive. I'm this shit on and I'm renting. No rough, so these niggas getting. No frost, so you can't kick it. I'm south, that's how they get it. Oh yeah, the push up and that feeling. You know I know it was real. I'm south, the hooligans, I know shit. My feeling, I do the shit. My feeling, I do the shit. I'm the face on my soul, I want that dick. Damn, my nigga hot. Oh, damn, yo, open this shit up. We got this. They say, it's so funny, it's like shit. I be like,
Come on, bro, drop that shit, bro.
Ladies, how they really know me, you know she won't leave, talk to hard, I know the lead, for her heart, cause I know it, for her heart, and for my peace, so for the heart, I ain't been agreed, yeah, my heart sound like a thief, put my car, thinking I will leave, no heart on front cars, but it's not on heat, ain't seen no fake ID, leave back seats, I be moving like me to the streets, but I do what I do, not me, ain't nobody ever waiting for me, if I do it for you, better do it for me, nah, ain't trying to free, all these telling nothing to me, that for me. I'm gonna try for that positive. Jump out just like I'm 100 degrees. How this fall like some? How this fuck nigga hot like green? That was fucking bitch playing with me. Turn the nigga on my email on the scene. See how I'm eating bitches some cuisine. Ladies, how they play like on me. You know she won't leave. Talk get hard. I know what to leave. For her heart, cause I know it. For her heart, and for my peace. So for the heart, I ain't been agreed. Shit, my heart sound like a thief. You better for me. If I do it for you, that better for me. I'm gonna try for that positive. Jump out just like I'm 100 degrees. How this fall like some? That's why me, I like green, give me some, you just like with me. Turn the nigga on my email on the scene. See how I'm eating, bitches some cuisine.
Thank you, gang. Hey, I'm a funny nigga, man. Oh, y'all niggas sing happy birthday to me. Let's go. Thank you, gang. Hey, I'm a funny nigga, man. Happy birthday! We're not coming to this shit. Y'all see I'm just smiling right now, nigga? We're not coming to this shit. Y'all see I'm just smiling right now, nigga? Happy birthday! Hey, yo, thank you, gang. Thank you, gang. Hey, I'm a funny nigga, man. Oh, y'all niggas sing happy birthday to me. Let's go. Happy birthday to you. I love y'all niggas. Happy birthday, dear Pastor. Thank you, y'all. Happy birthday to you. Hey, yo, Pastor, I got this Forever remix folder. What we doing? Is we getting into that or what? What you said, man? What you said, man? I got the Forever remix folder. Oh, wait, what you got? Is we getting into that? Oh, the sample shit? Oh, it's not over? You tell me, what's up? It's not over. I got the other remix.
I gotta go to
Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
On what?
Look at the camera.
Huh? Wait, on music though?
Yes, music.
Music, Cardi B, but sexual, Nicki Minaj. Wait, on music though?
Yes, music.
Music, Cardi B, but sexual, Nicki Minaj.
5 days ago, LaMelo Ball came off the bench for the first time since 2021. And reports have come out to suggest LaMelo Ball came off the bench for the first time since 2021. And reports have come out to suggest that he doesn't really like his coach. But I have a soft spot for LaMelo Ball. Not saying that I'm gay. He also feels like a childhood hero. Like if you're in high school in the late 2010s, watching OSN react to the Ball brothers, Christmas with the Ball brothers, video of Lonzo freestyling, Ball in the Family, Lithuania, you practically grew up with the balls down your throat, all right? I had it, okay? I had big baller merch. But after the trade Young trade, many people are grouping LaMelo Ball alongside a Ja Morant as the next franchise stars to be traded because they aren't winning basketball players, and I got a problem with that. But to understand why the Charlotte Hornets don't believe in LaMelo Ball, we need to go all the way back to the summer of 2016. You're listening to the Double XL Freshman Cypher, running around outside chasing Pokemon. You come back home sweating like a pig because you just hatched your 10-kilometer egg, and you go on YouTube and see that OSN has dropped this video.
I'm out of here. We're done. We're fucked. We're done.
Alonzo Ball and his two brothers, LiAngelo and LaMelo, are starting to make a name for themselves, all right? Playing high school basketball at a public school, which then leads to the introduction into the dad, LeVar. He takes them to another level. All right, starts his own
What happened to Julian Newman? At 11 years old, he went viral for his elite handles and deep threes. By 5th grade, he was already playing varsity basketball in Florida. In high school, he averaged over 30 points, built massive online hype, and even landed a family reality show. But when college scouts watched closely, doubts appeared. At just 5 feet 6 inches, his size and defense became major concerns. Despite all the fame, no major Division I offers came. In 2024, he committed to Bethesda University and has barely. What happened to Julian Newman? At 11 years old, he went viral
clothing brand, the Big Baller brand, Triple B's. All right, whole family is repping head to toe right out of bed. And for Christmas, what did they receive? Big Baller brand merch. All right, genius marketing. But after this video, Christmas Day with the Ball family by Slam releases, LaMelo Ball actually gains the most popularity.
I'm second. Here, I'm next. I call it.
Yeah, he say, you know what? I'll get him out. I'll get him out.
He look
quick.
like Slim Shady.
Look at that. I'll get him out quick. Let's go.
Yeah,
Melo.
got her.
What's up?
Sniper
Tell him
gang.
what's up, Melo.
Sniper gang, Kodak.
And you can see why. Clearly he has the funniest, wildest personality of the three. The youngest son. He's got the crazy hair, bright shoes. All right, 13 years old, playing against Montverde. The most captivating one out of the three. All right, especially when Lonzo left to UCLA. Playing against Montverde, the most captivating one out of the three. All right, especially when Lonzo left to UCLA. Jello and Melo took over Chino Hills, and this is where LaMelo Ball goes viral.
What are you doing?
LaMelo drops 92 points, all right, in a high school game. This bucket for his 92nd point was nasty. Off the triple team. Look at LeVar. Big Baller brand. We got local news covering the game. Steph Curry was talking about his half-court shot. He became a viral sensation. He was the most famous high school kid on planet Earth, all right? Everybody wanted an autograph, a photo. Photo with LaMelo Ball, kind of like Julian Newman's sister.
Can you follow me back on Instagram?
Yeah, I don't run.
Huh? You do.
That's elite. With Lonzo taking over college basketball and LaMelo and LiAngelo leading Chino Hills, Big Baller brand was to profit off of his son's hard-earned fame, all right? And it worked very well. Matter of fact, it worked on me.
No, brand 3Bs. Jeffrey Ball. Class of 2022, Kansas University, UCLA, Chino Hills. We live in the hills.
Jeffrey Ball. You get the point, all right? Big Baller Brand was huge. They even did promotion in Hong Kong.
All right, Big Baller Brand, we in Hong Kong. You already know. I'm with my fellow people. My man right here is my
Just
man.
some random
We got
Asian
pop-up shop. You already know the deal. He gonna be there. It's Tuesday.
But the merch wasn't enough, all right? The Big Baller had to make sure his kids were set for life. And so to capitalize further with this fame, we were introduced to Ball in the Family, a Facebook documentary series tracking down all of the balls, whether they're in college or at home, waking up in the morning. And this show gave us a better picture, a better insight into why LaMelo is who he is today. This man moved his bed into the living room to play Fortnite. Condom just out in a Ziploc. This is a dirty man.
Y'all ugly. Stop taking pictures. Yeah, all of them ugly.
I'm convinced basketball was his only way in life. This kid's IQ has to be negative 150.
Can I get a chicken quesadilla? Roll the window down.
I was forced to do reality show.
Can I get a chicken quesadilla? Roll the window down.
I was forced to do reality show interviews after just waking up. But he was also traveling the world promoting the brand, all right? Even to the point where show interviews after just waking.
Roll the window down.
I was forced to do reality show interviews after just waking up. But he was also traveling the world promoting the brand, all right? Even to the point where he had to learn Chinese.
So what do you need to learn Chinese for?
I think we're going on a trip.
Do you know where?
Y'all know where or no?
To China?
Probably.
Do you know anything in Chinese?
Ni hao.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever had...
Probably.
Do you know anything in Chinese?
Ni hao.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever had Chinese food?
No, I don't like Chinese food.
What?
Bust. Not gonna lie.
Wait, so what do you eat?
Pizza, tacos.
Okay, so if you want to eat Pizza Hut, 必胜客. They have Starbucks, McDonald's, that I can't remember.
McDonald's.
So that's McDonald's.
Yeah, this guy's a fat ass.
You're there for 10 days. How much McDonald's are you gonna eat?
Every day.
Dude.
All right, so he's eating McDonald's every day. You're probably thinking to yourself, man, he's young. He's just a high school kid, you know. He's got a wild personality. He's still got time to grow, you know. It's not that big of a deal, right? But then there was a major problem. See, the original plan orchestrated by LeVar was to have LaMelo, LiAngelo, and Lonzo all commit to UCLA, all go one and done, and make the NBA, right? And so far, he was 1 out of 3. But LeVar ends up making a mistake that costs LaMelo from his college eligibility. You see, in the middle of all this Big Baller Brand chaos, LeVar decides to release a shoe called the MB1. The shoe, which costed $395 a pair, accidentally forfeited his eligibility to go to the NCAA, which meant he couldn't play college basketball, which meant LaMelo Ball had to go to Lithuania. And here was his experience summed up in one video.
Lithuania looks like you got werewolves, huh? Look like a scary movie out here, cuz.
What are we doing? This is torture. I feel like I'm in Africa. All right, no,
Not
I'm
even
gonna go
close.
easy.
Way different.
Do you think you can live in cold weather like this year round?
Bro, there's something wrong
No.
with it, man.
No. No. No.
So is it like...
No.
Okay, so he starts going crazy. And the Lithuania stint didn't go out well, all right? He barely played. And all of a sudden, from
Me and Kiki are about to go to the store. We gotta get
Riz them up in your language.
In French? No, in...
When the last time you Krishan, do you regret having a baby with Krishan Rock?
Oh my goodness. Do you think I'm attractive, yes or no? Looking like an African booty scratcher. Turn around, man.
Do you miss being intimate with any of your exes?
Oh, of course I miss some ex.
You care to say who? My boy telling the truth. It's your boy, Micah Della. Ooh.
I don't want a better bitch, I want my bitch better. I don't want a wetter bitch, I want my bitch wetter. I don't want your bitch, baby boy, should've kept her. He's a bitch with a dick, man, these niggas transgender. I want my bitch better. I don't want a wetter bitch, I want my bitch wetter. I don't want your bitch, baby boy, should've kept her. He's a bitch with a dick, man, these niggas transgender. On the dead, on these niggas I can tender. I don't want a better bitch, I want my bitch better. I don't want a wetter bitch, I want my bitch wetter. I don't want your bitch, baby boy, should've kept her. He's a bitch with a dick, man, these niggas transgender. You a bitch with a dick, man, you niggas transgender. I ain't never took a loan, dumb nigga, I'm the lender. Beating up his wife and his fucking wife beater. If baby come upstairs, then I'm pulling out the meat to her. I ain't even tired, but I still got to sleep with her. She ate my dick inside, now you going out to eat with her. I just pulled the meat out, now you going out to meet with her. I don't want a better bitch, I want my bitch better. I don't want a wetter bitch, I want my bitch wetter. I want the meat out, now you going out. My dick inside, now you going out to eat with her. I just pulled the meat, even tired, but I still got to sleep with her. She ate my dick inside, now you going out to eat with her. I just pulled the meat out, now you going out to meet with her. I don't want a better bitch, I want my bitch better. To eat with her. I just pulled the meat out, now you going out to meet with her. I don't want a better bitch, I want, now you going out to eat with her. I just pulled the meat out, now you going out to meet with her. I don't want a better bitch, I want my bitch better. I don't want a wetter bitch, I want my bitch wetter. I don't want your bitch, baby boy, should've kept her. He's a bitch with a dick, man, these niggas transgender. On the dead, on these niggas I can tender. I don't want a bitch with a dick. Man, these niggas transgender. On the dead, on these niggas I can tender. I don't want a better bitch, I want my bitch better. I don't want a wetter bitch, I want my bitch wetter. I don't want your bitch, baby boy, should've kept her. He's a bitch with a dick, man, these niggas transgender.
Hi, you a tender man. You a lover boy like Teddy Pendergrass. Not you dropping off dick like DoorDash. Bitch is ugly when I turn on a camera flash. Pack your whole bag, bitch, come spend the night. Ain't tripping off a bitch, nigga don't even book her flight. Ain't bought you a pocketbook, you ain't that nigga tight. It's the girly girl wetter bitch, and my pussy tight.
I don't want a better bitch, I want my bitch better. I don't want a wetter bitch, I want my bitch wetter. I don't want your bitch, baby boy, should've kept her. He's a bitch with a dick, man, these niggas transgender. I don't want a better bitch, I want my bitch better. I don't want a wetter bitch, I want my bitch wetter. I don't want your bitch, baby boy, should've kept her. On the dead, on these niggas I can tender.
Nigga.
tryna sell a burn. She thought it was my dick. This hype boy tap his back, I burp his ass just like my son. Only smoke exotic, OG cannot touch my lung. This bitch must be a snake, cause she only uses tongue. He thought it was a switch, it's a high point with a drum. She thought it was my dick, but whole time it's my thumb.
Celestial C, Serious B, coming live from the sea. Already know me. Shout out to Goose, man. That's why they keep on shooting. The minds we stay polluting. If I rap too fast, your ass might skip. Slowly slow it down for you. If I rap too fast, your ass might skip. Slowly slow it down for you. And we all just hold this down for you. You think the best rappers are the ones that I think you can come back. I wish I wouldn't have done that. Yeah, my spirit's so black. Do you want your soul back? No, I think I just might hold that. Kill you, drill you, leave your body spilling in the corner. Cause you thought you're hearing killing. Yeah, she's squealing like a pig. Look what he did. Think she might just have his kid. C-section, this for erections, elections. This for erection, pig. Look what he did. Think she might just have his kid. C-section. This for erections, elections. Vexon. I put a text on, have her read it out. What's that, Alexa? I'm like, who is the best? Cuz she said serious stuff. All black warrior trident, he seems inviting. Yeah, he tried it. Huh? Yeah, he might have flied it. Yeah, he didn't like it. Fight it. He called his ass a damn psychic. Alakazam, bam. Then you heard, damn. I think we might just call his fam. Serious, blam, blam. Voila! Not your father looking at me in my eye, nigga. Holla.
So, I got some, like, a tape.
No, wait, start from the beginning.
What?
Okay, what's the tape called?
Panasonic.
And why you called it Panasonic?
Because it's like that, if you look at the, like, old commercials and, like, of, like, I don't know, even, like, the 80s commercials, shit like that, like, everything in the editing and, like just to tell their product of like TVs and the fucking music radio players and shit like that. That shit's like mad cool. Like this is how
So that's the theme. That's the theme of what you want to put out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is like a fucking preview and shit like that.
Preview. A little bit more grainy. Like
They won't be sleeping. I stay up. This and this and that and this and that. Like, bro, like, you feel me? Like, that's how it's gonna be for some years, bro. It's gonna be up. All right, come on. Eli, you ready?
Stop the gaslighting. We're not together anymore. Together anymore.
Keep it, but I'll do another one, okay?
Play for the top.
Yeah. And then we put something in there. Like a little.
Like just one long thing.
Yeah.
The end
That
gotta
might
be a little bit
Yeah.
more.
I'm still working on the end.
I bet.
I'm still working
Fire.
on it.
I bet. Bet.
Easy. Easy.
Yeah. Baby, can you teach me how to love? I swear I did the best, but I still know it's not enough. I can't get out my head because I don't know if you're the one. But why you had to block me, I still want to know what's up. Let's take a trip to Turks. I want to show you how to live. You see that I can treat you how I always should have did. And you don't got to tell me because I know how it get. But I still send that text you need to know I want to spend. Get that.
I can never tell you how I really feel. I can never love you how I really should. Didn't really test me, hope you doing well. I think I need some distance from you anyways. Wish we could've worked, but that's just how it goes. And now I only see you on your Insta page. You ain't never lied because you playing games. Playing games.
Static voicemails, button call off me. Why you posting on the gram? I had a load off. Used to put me on the gram, but you took them all off. Hoes on my body, but I shook them all off. What you doing, babe? I'm trying to pull up, call off. Fuck the brand, you trying to make it call off. Yeah, man. 20 fucking ways I can say, babe. Break while it lasted, it's over now. I see you moved on, is it over now? See you moved on, is it over now?
You're acting like you're what I'm talking about. Like, can we stop the gaslighting? We're not together anymore.
Prince, baby, can you teach me how to love? I swear I did the best, but I still know it's not enough. I can't get out my head cause I don't know if you're the one. But why you had to love me, I still wanna know what's up. Let's take a trip to Turks, I wanna show you how to love. You see that I can treat you how I always should have did. And you don't gotta tell me cause I know how it get. But I still send that text, you need to know I wanna spend. Remember when you put us in my show and then you stayed the night. Let it blow up in my face, you knew I was telling lies.
She said that live?
Huh?
She said that live?
Voice memo. Insane, right?
Jesus. Not like that, I ain't gonna lie.
Gang. Cause it's not that crazy where it's like, but it's like, damn. Perfect.
It's perfect.
We home, bells, come home. We don't condone that nigga, we don't. Gang off codeine, not for the low. Yeah, I do my stunts, don't try this at home. Yeah, she like that dog, she tryna hold my bone. Way I throw that bitch out like I'm Pat Mahone. Yes, twin him pull out button, he tryna take him home. Yes. Okay. We home, bells, come home. We don't condone that nigga, we don't. Gang off codeine, not for the low. Even in that black show, we gon' hop in mode, yeah. Bad little hoe from school, she tryna steal my clothes, yeah. I ain't like these niggas, I ain't on no roll, yeah. But I'll break my thumbs, counting fucking rolls, yeah. You hear me? Yes, I'm doing my own damn stunts like niggas ain't chatting, they fucking with who? Yeah, I'm sipping on goddamn punch while I hop in my mode, it's quiet and stew. Occasionally after the ones with Billy, I'm after the Hondas dudes. You hear me? Yes, I'm doing my own damn stunts like niggas ain't chatting, they my mode is quiet and stew. Occasionally after the ones with Billy, I'm after the Hondas dudes. Okay. We home, bells, come home. We don't condone that nigga, we don't. Gang off codeine, not for the low. Yeah, I do my stunts, don't try this at home. Yeah, she like that dog, she tryna hold my bone. Way I throw that bitch out like I'm Pat Mahone. Yes, twin him pull out button, he tryna take him home. Yes. Okay.
I would tell someone to never even try to get into music video editing. It's not a job you want to get into, but I'm feeling good today, so I'm gonna just explain it, you know what I'm saying? Explain how I did it, maybe explain how you can do it. Because my situation, like I got way luckier, but luck is just preparation, things I did to get into that situation, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all how like the most foolproof way you can get into video editing. Like you gotta really listen, you know what I'm saying? You gotta really listen to what I'm saying real quick, and I'm gonna show you examples, other people, me, I'm saying, like the way to go about it. Hopefully you can apply it to yourself or not. Like I don't really care what you do, I just hope you do what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all it is. Like that's all you're doing. Coming from somebody that's been doing this for 4 years, August 2021 I got my first music video. It is July 4th 2025. I have 160 something, I don't know the actual number, I have 160 something music videos on YouTube in a YouTube playlist. That's not even all my work. I have stuff on Instagram. I've done stuff for Instagram brands, short form content, just straight ads. Like I've done so much photo shoots, all this that branched off. But just we're talking pure music videos, 160 plus in that play, all edited by Mike MP3 and other people. Probably a good portion are collabs, but a good portion are also solo. First step, right? I think the first step you should take is actually thinking about what you want to do. So hopefully you're like 16, 15. I was, I think 14, 13 when I started. Like literally turning, I was 13. So I was 13. I don't think you should be that young trying to get into a job or a field at all. Like it just shouldn't happen. It's not good. Just slow your roll. You know what I'm saying? Slow your roll. But when you start getting to that age, sophomore year, junior year, 16 years old, now it's time to start thinking about what you really want to do. As someone who's been editing music videos professionally for 4 years, you know what I'm saying? 4 years. It's a long time. Or this is professional. This is a professional amount of time now, okay? We're getting into professional territory, 4 years. I'm here to tell you everything that you need, okay? Before you start editing music videos, wait before you even think about it, you have to make passion projects. You have to make projects you like, edits you like. Make stuff that you enjoy. Make stuff that other people enjoy. Make stuff that makes you happy. Enjoy it. Start enjoying it. You have to get into that flow of actually liking it. You have to like music. You have to like the videos. You have to like the effects. You have to understand. Start understanding the program. Start understanding everything. Watch Brian Delimata. Watch Lurking Visuals. Watch tutorials. Watch tutorials, okay? You have to watch tutorials. People have to see your skills, okay? It's not optional. No one's gonna take a chance No one's gonna spend their money, first off, on somebody that they don't know has what it takes to even give them a good project, okay? You will never get a music video without people being able to see. You will never be able to get a music video without people seeing that you know how to edit. This can be through posting on TikTok. You have to post on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. All 3 platforms, okay? Maybe even YouTube. Maybe post your edits on YouTube, okay? YouTube's also very good with the algorithm in that realm. The editors, and it might not get to rappers or whatever, but it might get to other editors in the community. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get into the community, you want to get other editors into your things. You want to get them views. Post on YouTube as well. But look, you gotta post where the rappers are. If this is what you want to do, if you want, this is only like honestly, this is just for music video editing, like rapper music videos. I'm not talking about like I don't know about the industry, singers, R&B. I don't know. I assume it works all the same. Posting on all 3 platforms will bring you to an abundance of different people. You have to like it's all different audiences, okay? But look, your goal at this stage really is just to grow, enjoy, and start. You know what I'm saying? Grow, enjoy, and just start. You have to get into that. Now look, second step, okay? Second step. Very important step. Very important. Do not skip this step. That's what I gotta say. Do not skip this step, okay? You must make friends. You have to make friends. I'm not saying join a community. I'm not saying join Discord groups. I'm not saying do that. You have to make friends. You have to make mutuals. You have to become mutual with other editors. You have to, you know what I'm saying? People that are your size or even bigger. Hopefully if you have some friends that are bigger, talk to them. Get into this. Bro, you're not going to do this all on your own, okay? You must, like not must, but it'll be in your best interest to actually receive help, okay? It's the best. Like I feel like that is one of the best things you can ever do. I started this with very little friends, but I made friends along the way. You gotta understand that it's the internet. It's a lot of people who care about what you read. You know, I've seen people go with 2 different routes with the video editing and getting commission. You know, you can make. I did the passion project route. You know, I tried out the second route, but I first started with doing what I wanted to do. I watched Native. I wanted to make Cardi edits, stuff like that. So that's what I did. My first edit was a Playboy Cardi edit. I'm gonna play it right here. So you can make edits geared towards a certain demographic, you know, kind of like if you're interested in like the MoGraph scene and stuff like that. That's a very big scene. Or you can do whatever's trending, like literally whatever songs are trending, whatever artist is trending, like Baby Chief went Kanye West right now, and you make an edit to that. It might go crazy because the song is trending. It's worth it. If you want to do kind of that stuff, whatever's trending in the underground space or the music video space, edit to that song that's trending. It'll get you views, like literally. All right, step, which is
Ayy, walk all day, my twin on go. My dog bitch, she straight from Vogue. Change it up, that swag was old. Spent some commas on my clothes. Ain't no help, it, just my bro. Bands came in, dripped out my hoe. Watch out, bitch. Up in the morning when the bands gon' hit. Soon as fuck that bitch so hip. Can't let bitch that shit in my hip. Pockets right, I don't want no deal. Too much lip, it got me ill. Slime that boy, bitch, doing ill. Hollow tip, bitch, how that feel? Down bad bitch, I'm gon' for the kill. Talk by no bands, I block a meal. Young nigga lame, bitch, how that feel? Catch me play like NFL. Too much press lux, ain't no chill. Going for the kill, told my twin chill. Rich as fuck, I ain't trip by no bill. Can't take nigga for a nigga off his heels. Up as fuck, bitch, how you feel? How you feel? Foreign wheel, yo, shit slow like snails. How I'm going, they ask me how I'm going still. Yo, hey, all that fucking talking, pull out 100 bills. bills. Ain't stopping shit till I hit 100 mils. Bitch, I ain't taking shit, got like 100 deals. Bitch, she want loves and she need a wishing well. Ayy, walk all day, my twin on go. Fuck up, bitch, she straight from Vogue. Change it up, that swag was old. Spent some commas on my clothes. Ain't no help, bitch, just my bro. Bands came and dripped out my hoe. Watch out, bitch. Up in the morning when the bands gon' hit. Soon as fuck that bitch so hip. Can't let bitch that shit in my hip. Pockets right, I don't want no deal. Too much lip, it got me ill. Slime that boy, bitch, doing ill. I love tidbits, how that feel.
Yo, what's up, guys? Today I'm gonna be talking about beating women and like my experience. So there's this. Well, before I talk about it, I just want to say like I'm not saying to like do like I'm not promoting like to do violence. Like, well, it just depends why you're doing it though. So it's like I'm not saying to always beat women. It just depends why you're doing it. But anyway, there was this one time that I like lived in this house and there was like other houses around it and stuff. And I was hanging out with this like group of kids. And I don't really remember why this happened or what happened, but we ended up having like a fighting tournament or something. And I was low-key like beating the shit out of these kids. And I was doing super well. Like it was like pretty much like it was mini Sky Wars. And I don't remember why this happened, but I think I was just doing so well that I ended up
AI is getting closer and closer to real life, leaving most of us wondering, is AI eventually going to replace actors? So today we're going to watch AI, a beginner actor, intermediate, pro, and finally Oscar-winning actor take on the exact same scene. And I'm going to break down the differences in the performances so we can start to understand what makes acting believable. I'm Tristan Spohn, a professional actor that you might have seen on Netflix, Paramount Plus, or Peacock on some of the following shows. And I've also helped other actors book major roles through my coaching. Everyone will perform a simple romance scene from the film Meet Joe Black. We're going to start by seeing how the latest version of VO3 managed to perform the scene.
Pro bono. That means doing good. Gonna be doing good all your life?
I know what you're saying. Doesn't pay very well. Depends on the woman I marry.
Oh God. So from a technical standpoint, this is incredible and at a glance looks very realistic. But AI is the king of telegraphing, which is why this whole thing feels so fake. Telegraphing in combat means making it way too obvious where you're about to hit, which then makes it easy for your opponent to block that hit. And in acting, it's the exact same thing where the more obvious you make your choice, the easier it is for the audience to block them as fake.
I've got to go.
Did I say something wrong?
No, it was so right. It scares me.
I've been thinking.
Oh, that's so right, it scares me. And there's this air of, oh, I'm so scared in the voice. It's so on the nose, it actually feels condescending. Like you're having to spoon feed the audience everything, meaning they have nothing left to discover.
I don't want you to be my doctor.
Why?
Because I like you so much.
Now remember, we are going to be watching all the way up to an Oscar-winning actor take on this scene. Now, let's see if our complete beginner, Caden, can do the scene better or worse than AI without any acting classes under his belt.
It's kind of a pro bono job.
Pro bono? That means doing good? Going to be doing good all your life?
I know what you're saying. Doesn't pay very well.
Here's already a major difference from AI. He discovers what to say next in a way that's actually inspired by his scene partner, versus AI is just regurgitating what it was prompted to say and never really felt like it was actually listening.
If I married you, I want to give you what you wanted. I know it's old-fashioned and all that, but what's wrong with taking care of a woman? She takes care of you.
This is actually pretty good for a beginner. The biggest problem is he's just not connecting with his scene partner. He's literally looking everywhere except for at her all over the room. He's making the very normal beginner mistake of thinking that acting is just about learning lines and getting them right, when in reality, if he was less focused on his lines and more focused on his scene partner, this would be a much stronger scene, even if it wasn't technically word perfect. Now, let's see how the intermediate actors perform this. Mateo and Isabel.
So what you working on now?
It's kind of a pro bono job.
Pro bono means doing good. Going to be doing good all your life.
I know what you're saying. Doesn't pay very well. You know, it depends. Depends on the woman I marry.
Immediately, Isabel looks way more connected than Caden ever did. You can see in her eyes that she actually cares about what Mateo is about to say next, and there's this little sparkle that makes it seem more it was about to say next, and there's this little sparkle that makes it seem more romantic than platonic.
If I married you, I'd want to give you what you wanted, you know? I know it sounds old-fashioned and all that, but what's wrong with taking care of a woman? She takes care of you.
I think you'll have a hard time finding a
Takes care of you.
I think you'll have a hard time finding a woman like that these days. I think you'll have a hard time finding a woman like that these days.
Now we're seeing the biggest thing that AI currently lacks, which is instead of just clearly communicating exactly how she feels at all times, we actually see Isabel trying to hide and mask her emotions like a real human does.
I don't want to examine you.
Why not?
Because I like you so much.
The AI had absolutely no arc to the scene. Every line was delivered the exact same way. Cadence did feel more natural, but it still ended the same as it started. But with our intermediates, there is a clear change from the beginning to the ending. But it was also too predictable of an arc because it was just this straight line path with no obstacles, which is also why as a whole the scene felt kind of slow. And you actually want the arcs in your scene to have hills and valleys so that it looks a little bit more like a stock market graph. So even if it does ultimately end in the same place as your straight line arc, the audience will find this arc way more engaging to watch. Now, before we watch how our Oscar winner does the scene, let's now watch our pro actors, Madeline, who appeared on FBI, and myself.
Well, well, well. How the turntables...
Yeah. I am putting my money where my mouth is, and we're going to watch how I did this scene with one of my students before I did all of these breakdowns. It's kind of a pro bono job.
Pro bono. That means you'll be doing good. Doing good your whole life.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Not a lot of money, right? But you can see Madeline actively poking and seeking to understand me, which makes her character feel a lot more interactive rather than just reflective. It's interesting because Madeline's reactions are kind of more interesting than her deliveries because she understands the reaction fuels the line, not the other way around.
Well, you'll have a hard time finding a woman like that these days.
Well, never know. Lightning could strike. Not the other way around.
Well, you'll have a hard time finding a woman like that these days.
Well, never know. Lightning could strike. controls the line, not the other way around.
Well, you'll have a hard time finding a woman like that these days.
Well, never know. Lightning could strike. Right here, me and Madeline earned the pause and then make sure that it actually adds to the scene. You have this awkward moment of us realizing, we don't know what to say next, which now is adding an obstacle that our characters have to overcome, which makes it more interesting to an audience. I don't think I want you to be my doctor. Because I don't want you to examine. Because I don't want you to examine me.
Why?
Because I just like you too much. You come here every day, right? I did it. You come here every day, right? I didn't want you to be my doctor anymore. And then I catch myself realizing there's a world. She could be offended by that. Every decision I make is with the relationship in mind, not myself in mind. By the way, all of these actors here, except for AI and Brad Pitt, are students in my online acting school, the Acting Lab. It's basically my own little program to help serious actors, just like what the link you Pitt performed the scene alongside Claire Forlani in the original 1998 movie.
So you and I, if we were married, no, for example, okay? If you and I were married, I would want to give you what you need.
It's so subtle but so good that during his line, he gave space for Claire to have that reaction and then played off that reaction, changing his delivery of the line mid-sentence. AI could never do that.
I'm talking about taking care of each other the best you can. What's wrong with taking care of a woman? She takes care of you.
You'll have a hard time finding a woman like that these days.
Shoot, you think so?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Lightning could strike.
Without any acting classes under his belt.
It's kind of a pro bono. Job.
Pro bono.
Lightning could strike. For example, okay? A woman. She takes care of you.
You'll have a hard time finding a woman like that these days.
Shoot, you think so?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Lightning could strike.
I love how he just threw that line away because all of us made it so special knowing that it would have that impact on her. This is when you get into the top level of acting where instead of prioritizing himself, he's doing everything he can to make his scene partner look good. And of course, this wouldn't work without her returning serve, so she's also giving an amazing reaction here, communicating so much with just her eyes.
I don't want you to examine me and...
Why?
Because I like you so much.
I love that we just see his demeanor completely change once he realizes that she likes him. He goes from playful and forward to much more cool and suave. Like now he sees the effect that he has, which is very different from the way I played it, right? Which was a lot more innocent and nerdy. But that's the point of actors. We bring our own perspective and we elevate it beyond what is just written on the page. Versus the page is the only thing AI will ever be able to work off of.
I don't want to examine you.
You don't? Why not?
Because I like you so much. Oh boy, okay.
Those are the types of laughs that you can't have in the script, as in that moment, they captured something real.
Now I gotta go, so...
Yeah, understood.
Okay, alright.
Fair enough. I'll see you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
She's saying how much she has to go, yet refuses to turn away her body. Her body betrays how much she wants to just keep staying and talking. Their desynchronization was clearly as the actor, not as the character, versus here, it's Claire's character who's feeling that desynchronization, which is why it works. Everyone you saw in this video is a current student of mine, so remember to check out the acting lab with the links below or by scanning this QR code if you would like regular feedback on your act. Have you ever wondered what it would Have you ever wondered AI is getting
Lately, I've been feeling like my luck's been running out.
Tupac Shakur is widely seen as the most influential rap artist as well as a cultural icon of the 90s. And while he managed to achieve so much in his short life, he is mainly remembered for his music.
We'd all like to officially welcome Tupac Shakur into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
However, there's so much more artistic talent to Tupac that gets overshadowed by his musical success.
Now I'm an actor, and I don't want anybody to take that from me and say you're a rapper who's acting, because you would hardly pay me this and you would hardly get these scenes that you're getting if I was a rapper just acting, you know what I mean, for the check. So I'm an actor. I just happen to rap on my spare time instead of being a waiter.
So with so much drive for acting, how come he's known as a rapper instead of an actor?
I feel like I've always been an actor, and acting is my first love.
My first acting job was at the Apollo Theater. It was a fundraiser, and I was a little kid. Travis from Raising the Sun. When the curtain went up, I just caught that bug that everybody talks about. I went to school of performing arts. I studied. I wanted to be an actor.
And while he got to do some acting in school, due to the poverty he was living in, starting an acting career in a traditional way just would not have been possible. Instead, he managed to gather attention through his first concert. During the concert, Tupac got noticed by a music executive who put him in touch with Digital Underground. He would get to tour with the music band and appear as a backup dancer. This would put him in film cameos and eventually lead to his first and most famous role.
If you gotta go out, that's how you go out. That motherfucker took his destiny in his own hands.
But the funny thing is, this wasn't even a role he was aiming to get.
One day, Tretch came in. He had this guy that was with him. I said, well, what about you? You want to audition? He said, yeah, sure, why not?
I didn't get the script or nothing. I had to go in, do it cold, and I didn't know which part I was going for. But the only thing that helped me was that it was a criminal part, and I'm a criminal individual. You need to have respect for me. I was almost your father, but the line was too fucking long.
Cast as a psychopathic killer by the name of Bishop, Tupac would be well received not only by audiences, but also critics.
This is a 22-year-old young actor, Tupac Shakur, and I hope I get to see him again real soon.
As a matter of fact, for some rap fans and artists, Tupac's portrayal seemed so well received that they believe he carried it over to his real life and built an image around it.
He plays Bishop. And that character that he created with Bishop influenced millions of people, and he stayed in that character.
Whether it's true or not, his next role as Lucky in the romantic drama Poetic Justice would actually show his opposite side.
Lucky is doing it the opposite way the Bishop did. He's working, he's very responsible, he's deliberate about the things he's doing, he's taking care
This video is brought to you by Mubi. Get a whole month free at mubi.com/docinema.
It's your boy Lil Timmy Tim, aka 2 Inches Proud. You told me to spit some shit, I'm about to spit some shit impromptu.
Timothée Chalamet. It's a name that came out of nowhere, but now it's everywhere. In the past couple of years, this kid from New York has taken over Hollywood, and from what it looks like, his job is not finished. At the age of 22, he became one of the youngest Best Actor nominees in Oscars history, turning into one of the most sought-after actors in the world. From art house films like Call Me By Your Name, Lady Bird and The French Dispatch, to massive blockbusters like Interstellar, Wonka and Dune. Not many young actors out there have reached this level of popularity and critical acclaim so quickly. But what makes Timothée Chalamet stand out? Over the years, Timothée has had to prove to audiences that he's not just another teen heartthrob, so today I want to shine some light on this young man's career, to show that Timothée Chalamet is here to stay. But in order to do so, we need to ask the question, who is Timothée Chalamet exactly? Timothée Hal Chalamet was born on December 27th of 1995 in this building in New York City. Despite growing up in the theater district, acting wasn't even his first dream. He wanted to become a professional soccer player.
This building truthfully made me scared of acting because it's a tough lifestyle and a lot of people you know, aren't doing
it's a hard way to
fantastically.
live. You would think growing up here, like, it would encourage you to be an actor, but
it actually terrified me of becoming an actor.
But because his mother was a Broadway dancer and his father a French journalist, he developed an early fascination with performing and storytelling. His bilingual upbringing is also the reason why Timothée speaks fluently French.
Non, et ça c'était un peu un guerre, un petit bagarre que j'ai dû. Ça, ces photos sont. That's amazing. That's amazing.
When Timothée was 14 years old, he was denied for the LaGuardia High School of Performing Arts, despite getting the highest score the drama teacher has ever given anybody.
Because you're seeing a parade of them. I see 200 kids, and all of a sudden, this guy shows up. It's unexpected.
I heard that you gave him the highest score you've ever given anybody.
Yes, fives.
5 is the top score you can get.
I rarely gave a 5 in anything, but
so this teacher decided to have a little chat with the principal and
ba-boom! Shabba ding dong.
Our man got in. And from that moment, Timothée decided to double down on acting. Even back in high school, this man stood out, earning praise for his performances in school plays.
Every single person working there is black. Oh my God, we're not supposed to talk about that!
Everybody talks to me like I'm the one, you know, I should change. Why should I change? I've never even gotten to find out who I am, and you want me to change? That's crazy. Or I'm on a park bench in the Bronx.
Why you should apply to Young Arts? Because you have nothing.
This man literally has the funniest digital footprint. Fun fact, in high school he got the rap name Lil Timmy Tim and was spitting bars in class.
Straight off the dome, I got my boy Jiggy Jake. Yes, he's in the building. Yes, sir, he's about to hit me with that beat.
And he handed in this freestyle for an assignment about statistics that has haunted him ever since.
Statistic, yep. Statistic, yep. Statistic, yep.
Watch Little Timmy Tim on YouTube.
No.
Watch some rap videos.
No.
Statistics.
No.
Statistics.
Poor guy. Also, this man was so passionate about his performance in Interstellar that he saw it in theater in IMAX not once, not twice, but 12 times.
For someone, a non-working actor, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of popcorn? What do you have during a movie?
Milk duds. I rip milk duds. I'm talking 12 at a time. Chew, suck the chocolate out, soak in the caramel.
And to top it all off, last year some dude started a Timothée Chalamet lookalike contest and Timothée decided to make a surprise appearance undercover. But halfway through the massive gathering, the police showed up and thousands of Timothée Chalamet lookalikes were expelled from Washington Park, and 4 got arrested.
But I went to work and I went berserk and I quickly found me a hit.
When Timothée was 12, he landed his first role in the TV show Law and Order, which didn't last that long because he got killed 10 minutes later in the show. But at the age of 16, he starred in another show called Homeland, where he also tragically died. I mean, I think there was something about the casting directors in New York that were like, this kid would look good slaughtered. Well, at least people got to see a glimpse of his raw talent that would later captivate audiences worldwide. Because Christopher Nolan saw these performances and was like, I need this kid for my movie about the tragic ending of humanity. And so Timothée got his breakout role in Interstellar. Even though it was a small role, this movie became one of the most popular movies in modern cinema. And when you're blessed with a Christopher Nolan movie, people take notice.
Did anybody notice you were there for 12 times?
Nobody noticed I was in the movie.
Ba-boom!
Shabba ding dong.
All jokes aside, in 2017, everything changed for Timothée. At the age of 21, he played the main character in the movie Call Me By Your Name, telling the story of a love-struck teenager while Timothy was also struggling with his own identity at the time.
Listen, man, I was struggling. I was struggling with identity, and I was struggling with your sense of self-respect, your sense of drive, or where you want to be pales in comparison to where you are.
He went to university for a year, but decided to drop out to focus on his acting career full-time. And it was exactly that moment that his career took off. In Call Me By Your Name, Timothy delivered such a vulnerable performance that Hollywood started to notice he had something special.
Especially early on in life, in your career, when you're in your early 20s or late teens. And if you can find a way to keep it quiet, but also have a lot of confidence, it's the best path, you know?
At only 22 years old, Timothy became the youngest Best Actor nominee in 80 years. Especially during that final scene, Timothy chooses to not let all of his emotions come out. Maybe it isn't that grand of a performance, but it's exactly his subtlety and knowing when not to let his emotions spill over that makes it so masterful. To keep audiences yearning for more is what separates great actors from good ones.
Please, sir, I want some more.
In the following years, Timothy started to become the go-to actor for emotional coming-of-age roles. First came Lady Bird in 2017, where he played the unavailable cool guy who every teenage girl makes bad decisions for. Then the box office hit Little Women, playing the charming and hopeless romantic torn between love and heartbreak. And lastly, he starred in Beautiful Boy, which is a pretty heartbreaking portrayal of a young man's addiction. But during this period, he started getting a lot of criticism for only taking on these sad boy roles, getting typecast for similar characters, and that it wasn't his acting that did the thing, but his appearance.
Hey man, that's just my image, you feel me?
But in 2019, his image started to shift. In the movie The King, he transformed from a naive and reckless prince into a fearless leader. This is a movie that proved that Chalamet could carry the weight of the crown. Wait a second, where have I seen this character arc before? That's right, Dune. At first, there were some doubts if Little Timmy Tim could really lead such a massive franchise, but boy, were they wrong. Just like in The King, the character of Timothy in Dune had to let go of his innocence in order to survive and lead, forced into carrying the heavy responsibility of ruling an empire he never sought.
I am Paul Muad'Dib Atreides, Duke of Arrakis, Erudi Dina Heshidani, Nelisan Al-Gaib!
Unlike we have seen before, we get to see the powerful and intense side of Timothy's acting. But for Chalamet, taking on Dune wasn't just about proving himself. It was about contributing to the kind of epic storytelling that makes cinema exciting.
But I want to put my best foot forward. You gotta give back to the industry that gave to you. That's really my MO. That's why I'm here. That's why you can't be the reclusive figure that Bob Dylan or Daniel Day-Lewis or these guys were. The attention isn't guaranteed the way it used to be. You know what I mean?
Truth is, these days not many movies are able to capture such a large audience anymore, because most people would rather watch Mr. Beast going to Antarctica than a 2-hour-long movie about the desert. But that's where Timothée Chalamet comes in. He's playing a big role in making bold films like Dune feel fresh and exciting to a new generation. Timothy is not afraid of a career gamble. Following Dune, Chalamet took a big risk reinterpreting the beloved character of Willy Wonka. As we all know, Timothy is a pretty goofy dude.
Alright. These are always pretty awkward. Shabba ding dong.
That's just who he is and why he comes over so authentic. So it made total sense to add his quirkiness and own touch of personality to the character of Wonka.
Never had any. No.
What?
All jokes aside, the more I learned about Timothy, the more I realized how deeply committed he is to his craft. Unlike many people say, he's not the type of guy to chase clout and doesn't really play into the Hollywood facade.
But if you're an actor, if you lose your sense of humanity, if you lose your stink, for lack of a better word, people will see that on screen. You do see it on screen.
Oh, you seem too fancy, you seem out of touch.
Well, people are gonna know.
You can really see this in Timothy's recent portrayal of Bob Dylan, one of the most legendary and reclusive musicians of all time. Capturing his essence on screen is a pretty daunting task for many actors. So why give it to Chalamet? Timothy didn't know anything about Bob Dylan before the movie. He didn't know how to play guitar nor the harmonica, and his voice doesn't sound like Bob Dylan's. But in many ways, Timothée Chalamet's journey to stardom resembles that of Bob Dylan. Both young talents that started in New York that rose from nothing to global fame, determined like Bob Dylan was at his age to make it great. Timothy connected so deeply to Bob Dylan that he spent 5 years preparing, learning how to sing, play the guitar and harmonica. And during recording, he refused to use playback recordings, insisting on performing every song live on set.
I give 170% in everything I'm doing, no but there. I'm giving it my all. Something like the Dylan Project, these aren't watered down experiences. I'm going Daniel Day-Lewis on all of them. I'm not saying in process, but I'm saying in level of commitment. And I don't know, man, it sounds like I'm desperate saying that or something, but
no, it sounds like
yeah.
you're a professional and you want it to be the best it can possibly be.
Even after all that, Bob Dylan didn't even meet Timothy. But he did post a nice little tweet that Timothy is a fantastic actor.
Shabba ding dong.
In a time where studios struggle to get people to theaters, Chalamet is a bridge between cinema and young audiences, especially for stories of legends like these that the younger generations might not even know about. There's just something about Timothy that makes him impossible to ignore. He has a mix of confidence and vulnerability while also being effortlessly cool and a goofball. In other words, he's just himself. Who knows what we'll see from Timothy? Maybe a Lil Mabu biopic in the future.
I'm him in an alternate timeline.
Yeah. Who knows? But one thing is for sure, this man's mission is far from completed.
I'm as inspired by Daniel Day-Lewis, Marlon Brando, and Viola Davis as I am by Michael Jordan and Michael Phelps, and I want to be up there. So I'm deeply grateful to that. This doesn't signify that, but it's a little more fuel, it's a little more ammo to keep going. Thank you so much.
Now, if you want to watch some movies in the style of Call Me By Your Name, I highly recommend watching the movie Close, directed by Lucas Dond, and also La Piscine by Jacques Deray, which are currently streaming on Mubi. Not only in my country, the Netherlands, but in many other countries. Mubi is a curated streaming service dedicated to elevating great cinema from all around the globe. From iconic directors to emerging auteurs, there's always something new to discover. And the best thing is that they are all carefully handpicked by Mubi curators, allowing you to discover the best cinema at your fingertips, streaming anytime, anywhere.
We work anytime, anywhere. We work Jewish holidays? Anytime, anywhere.
You can try Mubi free for 30 days at mubi.com/docinema. That's mubi.com/docinema for an entire month of great cinema for free.
Question. Have you ever pushed yourself to the edge, breaking both physically and mentally to discover a different version of yourself you didn't know you had? There is a silence that follows every fracture, a pause between who you were and who you might become. In that silence, something stirred, a faint rhythm, a pulse beneath the ruin, the echo of your soul learning how to breathe again. You may try to hold yourself together, to mask the cracks, but breaking isn't the end. It's the sound of truth finding its way out. In Japan, they call it kinetsugi, the art of mending what's broken with gold, not to hide the damage but to let it shine. And in Zen Buddhism, they speak of Mu, which translates to nothingness, a space where illusion falls away, and from that emptiness, something true begins to take shape. It's tragic, it's haunting, but in that ache, that poignant stillness remains. And in it, you learn how to be whole again. You learn the art of breaking yourself. Look Back is a film based on the one-shot created by my GOAT,好きな牛乳メグミルク今から浮きますTatsuki Fujimoto The movie challenges our understanding of creativity and ambitions, bringing together themes of friendship, rivalry, passion, and even self-destruction. It follows a girl named Fujino, who all of her life has been told she has this gift. Her friends praises her, her classmates ask for autographs, and her family thinks she could even become an artist with her skills. In school, she draws weekly manga for her 4th grade class. Every week, her manga is selected and put on the top of the paper. One day, her teacher calls her into his office and asks if she's willing to give up one slot to this girl named Kiyomoto. Reluctantly, she agrees, as in her eyes, a person who never attends school would never have the possibility to draw good. Okay. There's levels to this. Got it. When you put the two drawings next to each other, the difference in skill is obvious. From the shading to the textures, it resembles that of a pro. And it was at this very moment that for the first time, Fujino's art is seen as just ordinary. So what does she do now? She practices day and night. Weeks turns into months. Months turns into years. And we watch her burn through sketches, books, anatomy, and watch her sacrifice time with her friends and family, all so that she could get better. She's now a 6th grader, and just like before, the weekly paper is out. And in that paper, there's, yet again, a clear difference in skill. Despite the effort she's put in, it just wasn't enough. So, she decides to quit. From here on, the story shows a different side of Fujino's life. Up to this point, her days has been entirely consumed by art, but now she's exploring a more social life, hanging out with friends, going to karate with her sister, and watching movies with her family. But throughout this entire time, there's like a void in her eyes, like there's no thought or life behind them at all. Graduation arrived and she started a new chapter in her life. Before she could leave, her teacher called her into his office again, but this time for a different reason. Kiyomoto never arrived to pick up her diploma, so he tasked Fujino to take her to her house. She rings the doorbell, but there's no response. The door is unlocked, but all the lights is off. There's a noise in the background, hinting there's someone home. She turns the corner and she's met with stacks upon stacks of sketchbooks. Before she could leave, she noticed a strip of paper, and despite her not drawing for years, this singular paper pulls her in, demanding her to draw. So she does exactly that. Until having noticed what happened, she runs out of the house in a panic, to escape only to be followed. The girl who followed her is Kiyomoto, and it's revealed she has been a massive fan of Fujino for the longest of time. She read every weekly manga strip that came out and looked forward to each new release, but noticed her manga no longer appeared on a weekly paper. So she asked Fujino one simple question. Why did you stop drawing manga? To which her response ended up being,
ていうか今漫画の賞に出す話考えてて、ステップアップするためにやめたって感じだけど。
which is an obvious lie. The scenes that follow is a quiet eruption, a glimpse to someone who's always wanted to draw, yet held herself back, convinced she could never be good enough. Each moment builds like pressure beneath the surface, years of frustration and longing collapsing all at once, until she finally breaks. She sprints home through the rain, bursts into her room without even stopping to dry off, and for the first time in years, she begins to draw again. Look Back initially seems like a story about Fujino and her difficult journey with art, but it soon becomes a tale of two girls, their lives, their bond, and how they come together to create a manga, while quietly exploring a few deeper themes along the way. Near the end, tragedy shatters everything, turning the story into something far deeper than it first appeared. But I'll leave that for you to experience yourself, since this video's focus isn't on that particular part of the story. Fujino's story is a quiet tragedy about ambition, guilt, and the painful beauty of growth. At first, she's a symbol of confidence, the kind of young artist who believes talent alone defines worth. But everything changes the moment she meets Kiyomoto. Throughout the film, we watch her shed versions after versions of herself, chasing something she can't quite put a name to. When her ego cracks, what seeps through isn't weakness, but is truth. Envy feeds into admiration, rivalry into connection, and through that, she rediscovers what it means to create again. By the end, Fujino isn't the same girl we met at the start. She's someone reborn through the act of breaking, someone who faced emptiness without flinching, and rebuilt herself not as who she once was, but as who she became. That's the art of breaking yourself, to lose, to grieve, to rebuild, and to realize that the cracks were never a flaw. Many stories over the years have told a similar tale. Works like Blue Period, Breaking Bad, Whiplash, The Climber, all explore a similar truth, the art of shedding your old self to emerge stronger, wiser, and more whole. They remind us that transformation is rarely easy, and that growth often comes through struggle and persistence. These type of stories always resonate with me. They feel the most relatable and inspiring because I can see the same passion, same struggle, the same drive reflected in the characters. As you can probably tell, I watched Look Back very recently. I'm a bit late, but the themes in this story really got me thinking about other works that explore a similar idea. So today, I'm going to talk about some other stories that dive into the art of breaking yourself. Vinland Saga is a manga turned anime about a kid seeking revenge on his father's killer. The story covers a plethora of themes, from political violence to human struggle, slavery, growth, atonement, and many, many more. At its core, it explores the destructive cycle of revenge, showing how obsession and hatred can consume a person, shaping their identity around violence. Beyond revenge, Vinland Saga delves into forgiveness, redemption, and a deeper meaning of strength. Thorfinn, the main character, embodies the art of breaking oneself. His innocence, ego, and moral compass are shattered through trauma, forcing him to confront the emptiness within. Throughout the entirety of the first season, we watch him develop into this young innocent kid, into a ruthless killer. Having witnessed his father's death right in front of him showed him just how violent the world really is. And in this moment, he made it his personal life mission to be the one to end his father's killer's life. To do that, he joined Askeladd's band of mercenaries with guaranteed opportunities to have a 1v1 had he achieved something grand in a battle. The story skips from when he was a kid to a teenager, all the way to when he becomes an adult. Under Askeladd, he hones his skills as a warrior, enduring brutal battles, and is exposed to the lowest form of humanity. Initially, Thorfinn is driven by raw anger and obsession, seeing every fight as a step towards retribution. Yet, over time, his experiences alongside Askeladd exposes him to complexity, strategy, and even an unexpected mentorship. He begins to understand the nuances of leadership. Despite this growth, his path is still defined by hatred, and he remains trapped in the cycle of violence. The moment Askeladd dies marks the apex of this transformation. Thorfinn's long-held purpose vanishes, leaving him empty and directionless. It's here at the crossroads that Thorfinn's old self finally breaks. His vengeance fulfilled, yet his soul hollow, leaving only the fragments of who he once was. And from those fragments begins the slow, painful process of introspection, reflection, and ultimately the rebuilding of a new identity. One not forged by hate, but by understanding his past sins and choosing a life where he has no enemies.
Because I have no enemies.
When you hear the name Takehiko Inoue, the first thing that comes to mind for most are his works on Vagabond and Slam Dunk. Which makes sense, those two are really good manga. But one series that often is left out is his manga titled Real. Real is a manga that centers around 3 protagonists, each whose lives has been profoundly shaped by 2 things: physical disabilities and basketball. As their paths unfold, each of them faces the devastating, life-altering event that shatters their sense of self. What follows isn't just recovery, but a deeply human journey of growth, of learning to live, and to find meaning again in the aftermath of loss. The concept of breaking yourself takes on its most human form in this story. The manga doesn't glorify pain or redemption. It lives in the quiet, messy spaces between them. Every page feels heavy with regret, longing, and the ache of trying to move forward when life has already taken so much. Nomiya was once a promising athlete, yet a single mistake led him into an accident that paralyzes an innocent girl, leaving him with guilt that festers for years. He quits school, isolates himself, and drifts through life haunted by a past he can't undo. But beneath the self-loathing, there's something deeply human. The desperate desire to be forgiven, even when you can't forgive yourself. His story isn't about redemption through success, but through acceptance. He breaks himself not through ambition, but through remorse. And it's in that pain that he begins to understand compassion and tries to live a life seeking to be a better person. Togawa, on the other hand, represents another kind of breaking, the loss of identity. Once a runner, his leg is amputated due to an illness, stripping him from the one thing that defined him. His response isn't peaceful, but is instead filled with rage. He channels every ounce of pride and bitterness into wheelchair basketball, obsessing over competition, as if victory could make him whole again. But as the story unfolds, his ignorance and anger begins to crack. Beneath the facade of control lies the fear of being ordinary, of never being enough again. Then there's Takashi, a once golden boy now confined to a wheelchair. His life, once built on talent and popularity, collapsed in an instant. His journey through rehabilitation mirrors a psychological descent, the grief of losing your body, your status, and your sense of purpose. But it's through that grief that he learns something profound, that worth isn't tied to ability or appearance. His struggle becomes an exploration of dignity. For me, Real stands as Inoue's most powerful and personal work, a story I constantly find myself returning to, even long after finishing it. Having played sports for much of my life, and still doing so occasionally today, I can deeply relate to the same passion, discipline, and quiet desperation that drives its characters forward. It's the story about redemption and transformation, told through the perspective of three individuals, each fighting their own battles, yet all striving for the same sense of purpose. What makes Real so captivating is how it shines a light on people often overlooked in fiction, those living with disabilities. In a medium where strength is usually shown through power or perfection, Real flips that idea on its head. It challenges the common misconceptions that disabled people are limited or helpless, instead portraying them as the ones with the deepest resolve, the strongest spirit, and the most unshakable will to keep moving forward. Attack on Titan is probably one of the most popular known animes today. Many of you seen or read the manga, so there's no need for me to go too in deep into this. Instead, let's just focus on a specific character that fits the concept of this video. Honestly, there's a lot to choose from. You got Eren, Levi, Erwin, Historia, and many more. But for today's video, I'll do a little twist and focus on Reiner. Reiner's arc revolves around an intense internal duality. He was trained from childhood as a warrior candidate for Marley, instilled with a sense of duty to infiltrate Paradise Island and commit acts that would ensure his people's survival. But once he becomes embedded among the scouts, living among the very people he's been sent to kill, he experiences a profound split. One identity as a loyal soldier of Marley, and another as a friend and comrade to those he is meant to betray. This split creates a deep psychological breaking. Unlike physical trauma, Reiner's pain is sustained and invisible. He develops dissociative tendencies. At times, he addresses one persona as if the other isn't present, a clear coping mechanism for the unbearable tension between duty and consciousness. He carries the lives of his people on his shoulder, the expectations of Marley, and the consequences of every
Where's my yo? Oh, there we go. Yo, don't tell me this whole time. No. That's not possible. No way the whole time I was muted, right? Wait, hold on. Oh my gosh. I'm an idiot. I'm an actual idiot. I'm an idiot. Oh my gosh. I've been doing this for 2 hours and my mic's been muted the whole time, bro. Are we serious? Yo, wait. Don't tell me it's been like that this whole time. I would lose my shit. Okay, no. What the At what point? Okay, no. At what point? Where did my audio go? It wasn't on the whole time? This is so bad, bro. Bro, there was gold in this. Oh my gosh, bro. Bro, that's so bad. That's so bad, bro. Bro, that's so bad, bro. That's so bad, bro. Bro, that's so bad, bro. Am I a dweeb? Wow. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. Bro. I'm an idiot.